steam when he gets in the cylinder. Can't even pack a bearing. I had to do it myself. What are you doing? Still juggling those figures?
I'm not juggling. Have a look. We'll make about 800 this time.
Is that all for all the work we did? I'm going daffy carrying freight up and down this river. Dan, let's sell the Betsy and get into something else.
Well, 800 may not be much, but it's safe and sure.
Yeah. At least we had some excitement when we owned the old Hattie T.
Was it your idea to swap her for this?
Yeah, but the whole setup has changed. There was a war on. A man could make some real money. But don't you remember?
Oh, I remember all right. I remember getting a broadside amidships, the Union gunboat, taking splinters out of my hide for 2 weeks.
You got $100 for every splinter.
That's right, in Confederate money. War's over, Pax. We can't start another one just because you're restless. Me, I like the river. Always so peaceful and quiet.
Hey, Austin. Those is nice tender cows. You must feed them tender. The lazy one. Why those cows is not across the river, huh? Those ranchers, they catch us, they will hang us by the neck until they don't live some more. We got no time to die now, eh? Allez, bon, c'est bon. Allez, hey, hey.
There, Rennie. Let it be. Nobody cares what time it is out here, except maybe the sand fleas.
Well, I care, because it's regulation. And if you'd ever sailed before the mast, you'd know it.
You seagoing that. I've sailed the Davy Strait. I've pitched whole whales from Mindoro to Madagascar.
Now, sail away.
I think I'll scuttle you.
No, don't.
Sail away is off its course.
Now, you undersized jellyfish, repeat after me. I'll never speak no more foul slander against my friend. He and that Runny are up there fighting again. Hey, sail away. Runny.
But sail away. We don't have to. Well,
Come on.
Off the port bow. A school of sea cows. Look.
You ain't getting out of this. Say it.
Sea cows. Hey, you say it.
You float, little liver, don't you know better than to block a channel? Sail away. Can't you miss a sandbar even in broad daylight?
But it wasn't his
Skipper. I've navigated the reefs of Nuka Heave in a typhoon. I've sailed the shoals of...
Never mind that. Why'd you run aground?
Oh, them mossy horned sea lions pushed me here. You'll need a better excuse than that if you can't get it off. Full speed astern. Aye, aye, sir.
Full speed astern. Ebla, you up there? I think maybe you folks here are stuck good, eh? That man at the wheel should stay awake when the river she bend.
You blubbering knuckle joint.
I'm sorry, my friend, but I don't like the haircut with those harpoons.
Shut her off, Runny. Now that you've shown us your fancy shooting, how about getting us off this sandbar? You got us on.
Maybe we do business. I come aboard.
I got an idea. He's got a funny notion about business.
Now, bring my bottom. 30 years of floating, I wound up high and dry on a Texas sand dune.
You must have done your floating in the bathtub.
I'll float too.
Dominique Andre Hippolyte Saint-Ange, at your service.
Oh, that's quite a collection of handles.
That is a custom in my Louisiana. And yours?
I'm Paxton Bryce. Dan Taylor, my partner. What's your deal?
Well, I am in quick hurry. You carry my cows, and I will pull it off your boat.
Somebody after you, huh?
Looks like they're rustled.
Ah, that is old-fashioned. The wars here make enough cows for us all.
What's a war got to do with it?
Everything. The owners, they go away to fight. They stay 4 years, and these cattle travel all over Texas by himself and make plenty of little ones. These are what we call in French, libre comme l'air, like English, free like the air. They belong to no one. They got no brand.
And finders is keepers, huh?
Certainement. Oh, I have a soft heart. I ask myself, Dominic, these poor cattle, they don't got no home, so I gather them together and I take them to live on my home.
That's very kind of you. Why are you in such a hurry?
Well, these ranchers, they want to keep all the wild cattle, so they chase me. Upon this sense, I am telling you the truth.
Well, that's good enough for me. What do you say, Dan?
I guess it's all right. The Betsy Ann gets paid for what she carries.
Oh, I am honest man. I wish to go to Mirio Landing on the Louisiana side.
How many cows you got?
About 1,000.
Cost you $1 a head.
Eh bien, I will get my men started, eh? Tie a rope to the back of the boat. Avit, hello.
They're in cattle. It's plumb degrading, Ronnie.
Could have been goats.
Hey, Dominic. I'd like to hear some more about those poor orphan cows. Had to do was pick them up. What's the matter, Jim? The bearing again?
No, sir, but I just laid eyes on who we're carrying. That's Dominic Bouchard, the fellow raided Parkville.
Bouchard? Well, he's the one that's turned this end of Texas into a shooting gallery.
Get below, Jim. We may need a full head of steam.
Yeah.
We better get our money quick.
Well, how about our money? Fair.
Oh, I pay. Later, when I get the money for the cows.
Pay now, you don't take them off. Bouchard.
Oh, Bouchard, so you know me, huh? That is of no consequence.
Boy, close the cargo port.
I say I pay later. Pierre, get those cars off quick. And keep your eyes on Les Americans. Billy, Henry, get the cattle off the boat, quick.
Full speed ahead. Full speed ahead.
Why didn't you tell me something I don't know?
Bouchard! Your cows just about paid for our trouble.
And we never give credit.
Eh bien, monsieur, I still owe you something, but I always pay.
We're in the cattle business.
Sooner he'd handed us the money, though.
He handed us an idea that's worth millions. We're way ahead. This whole end of Texas is full of cattle that don't belong to anybody. Natural increase during the war. We buy the land, all the cattle on it are ours.
Sounds like a great idea. It's too much of a gamble.
Gamble. So was running a blockade, but we made money, didn't we? Can't you see it, Dan? This beats any deal we've ever been in. We can take the money we've got, sell these cattle, and the Betsy Ann. We can buy land by the square mile, round up cattle by the thousands, sell them and buy more land. We'll have a ranch like nobody's ever seen before.
It'll be like owning your own country, wouldn't
Be bigger than that. It'll be like an empire. Our own American empire.
it? Well, you're flying high, but I'll flap along with you.
We get the river from, we'll go have a talk with the land agent. Then I think we ought to drink a couple of toasts to a mighty bright future, don't you? Worse than a Nantucket sleigh ride.
I'll put the law on you. Oh, where's my customer? My customer!
Hello, little fella. What a place to roost. You're the prettiest prize I ever got in a grab bag. Is there any more in there like you?
Isn't one victim enough? Or do you generally run them down with a dozen? Let go of my hat.
You ain't hurt, Mom.
I'll live.
Hey, you bust the seam, Skipper? Not a one. Get out. Get out of here. This ain't no corral.
And you, mister, it will cost you a lot of money for this damage.
All right, it'll cost me a lot of money. There you are. Take that and keep the change. All right, boys, show's all over. I'll see you down at the music hall. Hey, you got a wonderful store here.
Go ahead. Cancel my luggage, too.
I'm sorry, man. Honest, I am. I mean about the whole thing.
You ought to be sorry. A grown man playing horseback on a cow. I ought to call a police.
You'll have to call awful loud because we're not blessed with them out here.
That's too bad. You belong in jail.
Missy, you're tacking way off your course, because he's the finest little skipper that ever tried the deck.
Thank you, Ronnie. My compliments, ma'am. To cool you off. Little lady, my compliments to hold in your temper.
And may I compliment all. I've never seen finer specimens of drunken hoodlums.
Upset or something? Well, I've shivered and froze over half the Arctic Circle hunting these here whale bones so women could hold up their reputations. What thanks do I get? Reminds me of the Hattie T. Got the lines of a clipper and the disposition of a balky barge. I sure hope we don't sight her again.
Let's go back where we came from.
Hey, Dan. Yo, Dan! What the Sam Hill? Where are you? What happened? I thought you were going to meet me after you got tied up.
Well, something happened that kept me on board.
Oh, did you miss the time?
Yes, sure. I guess you did the honors for both of us, huh? Better sleep it
Oh,
off.
I don't want to go to bed. We're going back to the music hall. Hey, will you see the redhead I got lined
Well, we'll
up
make it
for
some
you?
other night.
What's the matter with you? Didn't you hear me? I said a redhead. She's even prettier than the one you sent the violets to in Galveston.
I didn't have a girl in Galveston. Must have been Stillaway.
Stillaway my eye. It was you she threw the lamp at. This was even...
What else did the redhead do?
What's she doing here? You know we don't allow women on board.
She's no woman. This is my kid sister, Abigail. Abby? This is Paxton Grice. She arrived this afternoon, had a kind of an accident with a no-account drunk. Well, what's so funny?
I was the accident.
Well, she said that it was a low-down, no-good rowdy. I should have recognized you, Pax.
Well, I furnish so much amusement.
How does she happen to cruise in? Did you send for her?
Well, not exactly. That is, I might have mentioned in one of my letters that we had a lot of room on board.
Oh, yeah, sure. And you also told her we're going to make a stop at Riverford. Holy smoke, Dan. We haven't got time to be a couple of nursemaids.
Now, listen, Pepperpot, I did send for her. We probably hurt her feelings.
That's too bad, but she can't stay.
Poor kid, she's probably crying her eyes out. Fine reception we gave her.
This country's no place for her.
It's going to have to be. My aunt, who she's been living with, died. And naturally, she feels that her place is with me now.
I'm very sorry, but our plans don't include kid sisters. She's gone back east. Give her any excuse you like, but you got to get rid of her.
Nothing doing. Now, it's up to me to look after her, and she stays.
Look, Dan, you know how bossy women are. Before you know it, she'll be telling us what to do. She'll have the whole place upside down.
Well, if that's all that's worrying you, forget it. You won't even know that she's around, and I promise you.
All right, see that I don't. I suppose I'll have to stand for some of these changes around here, but the Hattie T stays right there.
Sorry, I'm just going to put up something I like better.
Well, maybe your brother doesn't mind if you make a parlor out of this cabin, but I'll appreciate it if you'll let my things alone. And where are the old curtains? I like them.
Those are the old curtains. I just washed them.
Would you mind telling me where my pipes are?
Here they are. I washed them for you.
You what?
Don't get so excited. It's only soap and water.
Only soap and and with my shaving brush. So I wasn't even going to know she was on board. In the last 2 weeks, she's overhauled everything with the engine.
Oh, simmer down, Pax. Personally, I like the way she's fixing things. And don't forget the good meals she's been cooking.
Yeah, all the comforts are home. If I had enough, I'm going to shore and look at that acreage. Hey, the land agent said that might make a good starter for the ranch.
Well, I'll go with you. I better get a couple of cans of beans.
Why? Abby's cooked a nice rabbit stew. Hey, Salloway, heave to and tab to the west bank.
Sailaway, you and Ronnie stay behind and give Miss Abby a hand.
This tub has turned into a cruddy old hen house.
Slice me for a one ideal. I ain't no cabin boy, Mr. Taylor.
Of course you aren't, Sailaway. And all hands will rest till we take a look at Mr. Bryce's property. It isn't every day that you can catch a glimpse of an empire, is it?
No, ma'am.
Are we ready?
There's the boundary marker. Now, way up in those rolling hills is another marker. And everything in between is
The
the...
Bryce Empire? And is that the cattle that go with it?
All right, Rennie, man your station. We'll put the little critter in dry dock.
I'll take the bow.
You take the stern. Mr. Bryce! Mr. Bryce!
Oh, it doesn't look bad at that. There are a lot of things to consider, Pax. We don't know anything about the cattle business.
Well, we can learn, can't we? Look at that. When I see that, there's only one thing I can think of. How much land can I get and how many cows go with it?
You're letting your imagination run away with you as usual.
If it wasn't for my imagination, we wouldn't have a nickel. Why, we wouldn't have run cotton and we wouldn't
Well,
have...
this time you're wrong.
I think, Dan, that
I know you had to come along. Please don't bother thinking.
I was just going to agree with you, Mr. Bryce.
Oh. Oh. You were? Well, that's a little different.
Then neither are using any common sense. Who's going to buy beef from us in these parts when they can get it for nothing?
They won't here, but they will up north and back east, where they're paying $10 a head in Abilene. And that fella Chisholm proved that cattle can make the trip.
Yeah, it's a point. But why throw away money buying land when you can round up all the cattle you want?
Oh, it won't always be like that. Someday all this land will be privately owned.
Of course it will, Dan. The country's growing this way, and before long there'll be a new way of living. Law and order and property rights. There'll be no place for wild cattle hunters. You'll have to have your own range, and a lot of it.
Well, Dan, we're 2-1 against it.
So you two are pulling together for a change. Well, I know when I'm licked. You'll sell the Betsy Ann to that fellow in Riverford.
Well, Abby, I guess I was a little bit wrong about you. It's getting to be a pleasure having you around here.
The first nice thing you've said to me. Better be careful. It might get to be a habit.
You couldn't be. Habit is something you're not conscious of.
Like that awful frown when you're mad.
Well, that's self-defense. Begging your pardon, Skipper. What are we going to do now? You can swap that harpoon for a branding iron. We're going to work.
A harpoon on dry land? Why, that's plumb loony.
I'm going to get me a buffalo for a pin cushion. I'll cleave him clean into it 100 yards.
Sail away, you're going to make a valuable man on a cattle ranch. The way you can throw the bull.
Abby?
Better be. I put 8 eggs in it.
8 eggs and 1 cake? Why, Taylor Ranch must be doing all right. Oh, that's pretty. There it is. Why don't you let it burn a little while?
Oh, no,
Happy birthday, Sid.
Happy birthday, Abby. It's the first anniversary of the Bryce Taylor Ranch. We have to drink to that. Want to cut the cake right away?
Sure, we want to eat it.
How about it, boys? Should we wait for the cake or shall we do it now? Huh?
Do it right now. I do it now.
All right. Abby? We're almighty pleased that the way you stuck by us through a pretty tough year. And since this is your birthday, we want to give you these.
Oh, gee, I don't know how to thank you all.
Come on, open them up. Let's see what it is.
Sail away and run it. Oh, look.
Nice?
Oh, it's lovely.
Oh, of course you don't have to.
Didn't you like it?
Because you're twice as big, you get kissed twice.
Gosh, I wish I was big as an elephant.
Well, ain't you?
Well, let's open up the other one.
Oh, Pax, it's beautiful.
Gosh, hair lace chaps. I didn't buy them. The sales lady must have put them in.
I'll put the dress away so it won't get wrinkled.
How about a little song, huh, Runty?
Yeah.
Come on, little song. Come on, boys.
You better stop that gal, and she's got him earmarked.
Earmark. That lass has got him roped and hog-tied.
She sure has.
Pax, it's the loveliest present of all. Oh,
It's all just beginning, Abby. There isn't anything the future won't give you.
all I want or need is right here with me now. Oh, Pax, we'll build something fine together. Something we can be proud of.
You can be married before I go to Abilene.
Oh, and this will make such a lovely wedding.
Certainly. What do you think I got it for?
Pretty sure of me, weren't you? I never heard of such conceit.
Well,
It's just a question of you. I could say no. But I don't see how I can resist the dress.
Give me some time to blow the man down. Oh, it's sailors and tinkers and tailors is men. Hey, hey, blow the man down.
Had I but known, I would have arrived sooner for our celebration.
What do you want? Payment for your cattle?
Oh, no, monsieur, but you have plenty cattle now, eh?
yes. Plenty. But they're all ours.
Oui, ours, eh?
Not yours. Ours. The old score is all settled.
Oh, absolutely. Dominic Bouchard always start clean with his new partners, eh? So what do you laugh? You use my ideas to go into business? Eh bien? My ideas, your money? Yeah. We are partners, no?
No.
You have no claim, not even for a single hoof or horn.
Yeah, but I have a different view.
Listen, Beauchard. If we catch you or anybody else taking any of our cattle, we'll give you a dose of stomach pills you can't digest. We understand each other?
I know how you feel, but I too have ideas like yours. I would like a big ranch in my Louisiana where I can be a big man of much power.
That's your affair. But when you're on this side of the river, you keep your eyes peeled for our boundary markers.
Oh, I have seen them, but I don't believe little words on paper. Bonsoir, monsieur. Monsieur? Madame? Au revoir. Au revoir.
He wasn't bluffing.
We can take care of him all right.
Think you ought to put off the drive to Abilene?
Not by a jugful. We need all the money those cattle will bring. You'll have enough men to take care of Beauchard.
I'd relish doing it for a fact. Come on, Ronnie, let's finish the song.
Yeah, come on.
Oh, sailors is tinkers and tailors is men. Oh, oh, blow the man down.
Well, come on, Pax. Good luck.
Thanks, Dan. So long.
Bye, Miss Price.
Take care of yourself, sail away. Yes, sail away, and take good care of my husband.
Frank is not here. Take care of me, ma'am.
Well, come on, Ronnie.
Promise you'll be careful, darling. It's such a dangerous trip, and if anything happened to you,
Nothing will. Not when I have you waiting for me. I'll be back by Thanksgiving. Goodbye, Annie.
Goodbye.
Come on, honey. Just a minute now. Just a minute. Just a minute. Come on. Come on. Come back here. Buzzard. Tell you you're running. You're going to reach in my office. Come back here, you buzzard.
Hello, Willie.
Hello, Willie.
Everything all right?
I know we'll have a real Thanksgiving show now.
How about a piece of that good old apple pie?
Pie's waiting, but don't you mess up my kitchen, because you know I know you cowboys.
Max, I'm so glad you're home.
You'll be better than I am. I got you the day I sold the cattle. I went right out and bought you the finest present they had in Abilene. Bring it in, Sailaway. Wait till you see it.
We missed you, Sailaway.
Nothing like home port, ma'am. Where you want it? Put it right there. It's the only one in the world I had it made special. Well, there she be. And not a scratch on her hull. You like it, honey?
Like it? Oh, it's fit for a king.
That's what he'll be someday. Oh, Abby, he's going to make our future complete. Something to build for. What's the matter?
Lately, I haven't been so sure of our future. I've been worried, Pax.
Well, you get those notions right out of your head. We'll have the best doctor that...
It isn't that. It's Dan on the ranch. Beauchart's been raiding us ever since you left.
Why didn't you tell me your letters? I'd have come right back.
Dan thought he could catch him, but he's managed to slip away every time.
Guess I didn't take that hombre seriously enough. Where's Dan now?
He's gone to Blue Rock Canyon. He put some cattle there to draw Beauchart. Oh, Pax, I'm afraid. Dan may be walking into a trap himself. Beauchart
If
seems
you
to know
don't stop that fretting, you won't have any appetite for that turkey dinner. I'll go give Dan a hand.
Hold it. Wait till I start moving the herd.
Augustine, you are a wise old fox to find so many cows in one place, eh? For that, I am going to promise you 100 gold piece, eh? Allez, let me say, hello. Vite, vite, hey, vite. Allez. Allez, ah. Emmenez la maison. Allez, oh, vite. Yeah. What's wrong, Dominic? Hey, now I know why there are so many cows where the grass is so poor. I smell a mice behind the wood pile someplace. This place is no good. Now we must go. Allons, attends, vite, vite.
All right, fellas.
boys. How are you?
Well, you missed quite a roughing.
Yeah?
I finally got Bouchard. He wound up in the river.
That's the best day's work you ever did. I don't want any trouble for the next few months on account of Abby.
That's right. How'd things go in Abilene?
Got top prices.
Good.
Ha!
Dr. Brooks, you are hurt, huh? My friend, they give me something. I will not forget too soon. Eh?
Oh, we.
Take it easy, Pax. Abby will be all right.
That squeal's pretty high. Must be a girl.
Gotta be a boy. I made him a harpoon. She all right, Willie, mate?
Fine. So's your son.
Come on. Cigars are on me. Up south, boys.
Thanks. How does it feel to be Pop?
I don't know. Uncle Dan?
That's right.
Lucky it wasn't a girl, Skipper. We'd have had a tough time raising her.
Oh, what do you know about raising kids?
Everything. I was the last in a 14-kid family, and I never did get enough to eat.
A good thing you didn't.
Let me tell you some of the troubles I had when I was a kid. And that, my mates, is how come I had the measles 14 times.
How many times?
14.
Go on in, Pax, and meet your new boss.
I can't tell you how much I love you.
Beautiful, Pax. He has your eyes.
Husky little shaver, isn't he?
Yes, sir. Awful lusty. 9 pounds.
Max Jr. For every one of those pounds, I'll get you 10,000 acres. And for every year after that, I'll double it. Fingers. Now keep the elbow still. Put your weight on your right foot and bend your knee. Arch your blows. No, Pax. Get some heft into it.
Bet I could rope it.
What kind of sailing talk is that?
Oh, gee, sailor, wait, I don't want to be a whaler. I'm a cowboy.
Listen here, young feller. Whaling's a noble profession, and you're going to be the greatest whaler. I have anything to say.
Morning, Pop. I got up extra early for a ride, but you're gone, though.
I went into town to get something for you.
My pony? Where is it?
Ronnie's got him.
Oh,
Sail away. I don't like to be at you all the time, but you've got to stop spouting that kind of talk to Pax. Well, bless my barnacles, Mr. Bryce. I hate to see the lad grow into a landlubber. He's not going to be a footloose windjammer. He's going to grow up to be a solid, dependable man that the whole country can look up to. Aye, aye, sir. But I still say he ain't cut out for no cowpoke.
Mom, look, my very own pony. He's great, isn't he, Mom?
Oh, I'm glad you like it. You haven't even noticed the saddle.
Oh, it's wonderful. Just my size. Thanks. And a real lariat.
Yeah, made it special for you.
You did. Thanks, Runty.
Is it what you ordered, son?
Oh, you're the best pop in the world. And you're the best mom.
Well, up we go. How to start?
Just right. Yahoo!
You'll be out riding me in no time.
Hatch is awful smart, Pop. She handles easier than a sloop in a fair breeze.
Wish you wouldn't pay quite as much attention to Sail Away's yarn, son.
Oh, I listen because I like him. Can I go on the next roundup?
Oh, that might be a good idea. It's about time you learned how a ranch is run. You just keep your eyes open and watch everything I do, because someday you're going to be the boss.
Am I? If I watch you, will I be a real cattleman?
Max, raising cattle's a mighty big job. It's probably the biggest job in the United States. You know, once Abraham Lincoln said, "We must get beef to all the country, both north and south." He was talking to cattlemen like you and me. He left us with that responsibility, so we'll have to live up to it.
Golly, if we're going to feed everybody, we'll have to round up a lot of steers. Lucky I got my new lariat. I roast calves and help ride herds.
You can always use a good hand, son. I guess we better get home.
Want to race?
All right, come on.
At the end of the trail, little pal, when the sun disappears in the west. At the end of the trail, little pal, we will have real contentment and rest. If we should be parted by some trick of fate, wait at the old corral.
Why don't y'all go to work?
May depend that you'll find me, old friend, at the end of the trail, little pal.
These figures are impossible. 3,000 head less than last year. Every year your tallies have been off more each time.
I can vouch for the figures. We combed every inch of the range.
I thought at first it was drought, freezing, normal straying when you consider the size of the herds we're handling. 3,000 head is too much of a leak.
I don't like the look of it myself.
Pop, will you fix my lariat?
Not now, Pax. I'm busy. There's only one answer, Ford. Other ranchers are driving our cattle to market alongside of their own and burning out our brands. There's a sure way to stop it. Close the range to everybody.
That'll cause a peck of trouble, Mr. Bryce. Folks have always driven across each other's land.
They're not going across mine anymore. Post no trespassing signs and patrol the range to make sure everybody understands we mean it.
Don't you think we better wait till Mr. Taylor gets back from Galveston?
I gave you your orders, Ford.
Pop, are Mr. Crowder and his friends stealing our cattle?
Somebody is, and we're going to put a stop to it.
Ah, Pierre, the journey was good, eh?
Oh, good 1,000 times. Such fat cows.
I should thank Monsieur Bryce and Taylor for raising them for me, eh?
Also the saints, that they don't find out it is you who take them all these years.
Yeah, but you forget I am a ghost. Was I not drowned, eh? Something happened while you was away.
Oui?
Oui. I buy the Lemire plantation, at St. Croix.
You, but with me? Well, soon you will be the most rich man in Louisiana.
Yeah, well, the most rich and the most powerful, eh? But can I help it if my good partners are so careless with their cows?
No.
Howdy, Mr. Taylor.
Hi, Mr. Taylor.
Boys, glad to see you home again.
Well, thank you. Why all the artillery?
No outside herds allowed on the range. Mr. Bryce's orders. Some of the outfits are kind of hot, but so far they're just calling names.
There you are. Now we'll run free without grabbing.
Thanks, Pop.
Pax, what are you thinking of? Closing the ranch to outside cattle. Well, you know all Texas is open range.
Well, it's about time it wasn't. A man can't raise a decent herd with every scrub bull mixing with his stock. Puts out feed, now a man's cattle eats it. You can't even run steers on your own land. Somebody grabs them.
Just the same, you can't go around stepping on folks.
Well, let them keep out of my way.
Heck, you don't have to push people against the wall.
Well, if you make those ranchers drive the long way to market, there won't be any meat left on their cattle to sell. You'll force them out of business.
This country was made for men that can stand on their own feet. If you want to survive, you have to fight. You can't be a sentimentalist.
And you can't play lord and master. You forget it took the little man as well as the big one to make this country what it is.
I can do without your lecture.
You've gotten so puffed up with your own importance.
Dan, please don't quarrel.
I won't, Abby. Have it your own way. But remember, you can only push him so far.
Pax, what's happened to you? You've changed so. You're hard and greedy.
Hard and greedy? Because I'm fighting to keep what I have for my family? Well, I'll see them and...
Pop, why is Uncle Dad so mad? Is it because you're turning people off our place?
Mm-hmm. We can't let them keep on stealing our cattle when we have none left, so we have to keep them out, don't we?
You betcha, Pop, and when I grow up, I'll help you fight them.
Sure.
Hush, Pax, you mustn't talk like that.
What do you want him to be, a mollycoddle? Afraid to fight for what's his?
I want him to know there are two ways of putting out a hand. And a shake or a slap. You get back a hand according.
Howdy. I'd like to see Bryce, a tailor.
Pax, it is a mighty good notion getting this breed.
Certainly built to pack a lot of beef.
Look, Dad, she's got a pillow on her neck.
That's a Brahma bull, Pax. We'll cross in with our longhorns, and that'll give us a higher percentage of beef.
Bryce and Taylor are sure getting highfalutin building a castle like this.
I wouldn't mind being in their boots.
Well, you could be if you pushed folks off the land the way they have. They tried to buy me out. I sent them packing. I told Bryce he wasn't trampling on me.
Crowder's got a lot of nerve coming here after running you two-hand. I wonder what he wants.
I don't know. Howdy, boys. Hello, Crowder.
Hello. We came to, a Brahma. Are Texas Longhorns good enough for your outfit?
We decided that improving our stock might encourage our neighbors to do likewise. Leading ranchers should set an example, or else how is the cattle industry in Texas going to grow?
It was growing before you were born, and it'll be growing after you're gone.
I'll shove it along while I'm here. My son will carry on where I leave off.
I'm learning now, Mr. Crowder. I'm going to be Pop's right-hand man.
Well, how about getting down to business? This is Mr. McCabe. He represents the Great Southwest Railroad Company.
How do you do, sir?
Mr. Bryce and Mr. Taylor.
Bryce?
well.
How do you do?
Mr. McCabe has a deal for you. Concerns every man here.
Well, gentlemen, we might as well be comfortable. Sit down, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Go ahead, Mr. McCabe.
Well, gentlemen,
Our company proposes to build a line from Abilene to Riverford, and we're obtaining rights of way. So far, everyone along the route has given us permission, but we must have yours to complete the final link.
sorry, Mr. McCabe, but for my part, no railroad is going through our property.
Well, you can't think of yourself all the time, Bryce. This will benefit the whole community. Make Riverford a great cattle center.
Maybe. And it'll also bring in a tidal wave of settlers. Before you know it, they'll be demanding roads, town sites. They'll cut up the land into farms. We cattlemen will be crowded out.
Hold on, Pax. Maybe we can get on without a railroad. But I claim some of the smaller outfits are entitled to make a decent profit, too. And they can by freighting their cattle to Abilene instead of driving them.
You're right, the Taylor's right.
Yeah.
You know the cattle industry needs range, enormous range, and a railroad will kill it. I say it stays out.
You got your sights leveled on the wrong target, Pax. I guess there's nothing I can say that'll switch them.
Mr. Bryce, don't you realize you're stopping development in this territory?
McCabe, it's taken years to put this ranch together. Years of sweat, struggle, and fight. I'm not letting your railroad tear it down.
I'm sorry we can't get together.
So am I. Goodbye.
Aye.
Crowder, looks like our deal's off. None of the land's any good to us without theirs.
Well, they're riding high now, but they won't ride on forever.
When I was a-walking down Paradise Street, hey, hey, blow the man down, a pretty young damsel that I chanced to meet. Give me some time to blow the man down.
Where did you get my pet fan?
I borrowed it to shoot the flies off the patch.
She growed a tail for that purpose.
Not on her front end. You don't mind, do you, Mom? If anything should happen to it, I'll buy you another one.
You could never replace it, darling. first present your father ever gave me.
Oh, I'll be careful. I'll put it away as soon as we get home. A rabbit! Let's chase it!
Bryce can drive off some of the smaller outfits, but he can't stop this drive. Not if we all stick together.
Still and all, we'll be a trespassing.
Well, how are we going to get our cows to market? Why, it'll take a week to circle their ranch.
If we don't shortcut, we have to cross the river and go down through the bayous.
We can't drive stairs through mud that has no bottom.
Here's a Glidden trying to cut across Dry Creek. Bryce Taylor outfit shot 40 of his steers. Creased him in the shoulder.
Well, they're clamping down on us, just like they planned all along. They won't be satisfied until they starve every one of us out.
No sidelinder's going to keep me from making a living.
Me neither.
Just let them try to stop us.
Sorry, Mr. Crowder, but you can't cut across Bryce Taylor Range anymore.
Well, we've been doing it right along, and we don't aim to change now.
Mr. Bryce says different.
Ford, you keep out of the way. We're coming through.
Crowder, turn those cows. We don't want trouble.
Son, you've got it. All right, bring him in.
Something I want to say, Pax. I've been doing a heap of calculating.
Oh, not now, man. I can't think. I've been going crazy. I can't believe he's gone. I had so many plans for him. How's Abby? He hasn't talked to me for days.
He's taking it pretty hard.
Those swine. They're always
They're
staying
not
out.
responsible. You are. You pinned them in a corner, drove them into going against you.
They didn't have to kill my son. I'll keep him off this place. I'll fence the whole ranch. I'll put a bullet in the first one that sets foot on it.
And you'll do it alone. When we started this ranch, we wanted to make it something we'd be proud of. But you've turned it into a thing that reeks of greed and oppression. A thing that all decent people hold against. It's already cost the life of an innocent child. What's happened is only the beginning. There'll be more killings, more bloodshed. And for what? So you can have a few more miles of range, a few more cows? I can't stomach your notions any longer.
You've gone soft. Well, I won't stop until...
Pax,
You've done enough.
Stay out of this, Abby.
No, I've had my craw full. I'm putting an end to this partnership.
Good, I'll buy your interest.
That suits me.
Heck, listen, hate and revenge will destroy you. It won't bring our son back.
What kind of a mother are you? You want me to turn my other cheek? Well, I won't. That's not my way.
Your way is to rule and trample the people. Grab for yourself at every turn. You taught it to Pat. Your very words led him to...
It's easy enough to blame me. But if I had it all to do over again, I'd still teach him to fight for what's his.
Heck, you're blind and you'll stay blind. There's no place in your heart for love and understanding. I can't go on like this.
That's up to you.
You miss your spout, you big walrus, but Miss Abby will need me, and I...
Goodbye, Sally. You've been awfully kind to me.
Thanks, ma'am. Things won't seem shipshape around here without you. Bye.
Abby. Still set on leaving?
I'm sorry, Pat. Terribly sorry. We had something fine and beautiful. It wasn't enough for you.
Ready, Abby?
I'll have the money for you as soon as possible.
Whenever it's convenient. You'll be in Riverford.
Bye, Abby.
Mr. Brycey, Mr. Sailorway told me to give you this.
He ran out on me, too.
I ain't running out on you, Mr. Brycey.
Yes, sir, you betcha. I tore right into them pirates. I cracked them on their skulls so hard I busted all their toes.
Bravo, Borderman. Honor to meet you. 2 honors to meet you.
Sure.
Why don't you stay here in Luciana and come to work with me at the rancho up at the lock?
No, I'm going back to the sea. I hate ranches. They change people. Makes them forget to be human.
But my boss is almost human. He pays well. He got so many cows, you can hardly see the grass. We find them in Texas by the quantities.
I don't care where you found them. From now on, cows is only steaks to me.
All right, have it your way, but honor me by meeting my boss. He like to meet men with courage like you.
All right, we'll buy him a drink. Huh?
All right, and we'll drink it, and we don't care.
Oh, you are very clever.
Hey, what's the matter? Are you sick?
My liver. Is that your boss?
Oui, monsieur. Come and meet him, will you? Come and
Meet him later.
Come on, meet him.
My liver's turning to turtle.
Come on. Don't disappoint a friend. I like it. He's gone.
Is that right? 14734?
14,734. Check.
Mm-hmm. As near as I can figure, Dan's share comes close to $500,000. If we raise that much cash, that'll leave us with a mighty small herd.
Hi, Skipper!
What are you doing here? You're supposed to be halfway to the Gulf.
I was, but I ain't. I don't want no shore leave when there's some fighting to do.
You're drunk.
But just the same, my eyes and ears ain't. I found out where your cow's been going to.
Yeah? Where?
Mr. Beauchard shanghaied him.
Beauchard? Now I know you're drunk.
Sure. But just the same, I saw him just as plain as Hatteras light in a tavern across the river. Where you been all this time?
bands over. Looks like they're all wearing them.
Round up a couple of them. We'll take them along for evidence. One beller out of you and I'll tie your tongue to your tail.
What an evening we have, huh? Now we can dream of our sweetheart, huh? Bonne nuit, mes amis. Bonne nuit. Bonjour. Well, if it is not my old friend, why you don't let me know you was coming? I stay home to welcome you.
I didn't want to put you to any trouble. Besides, this isn't a social call, Beauchard. In the last 7 years, you've stolen 10,000 of my cattle. A normal increase would have raised that to about 50,000. That makes you owe me plenty of hard cash.
But I will take my share of our partnership. And I keep it. I have men both loyal and brave, and they will not let you take my cows from my ranch.
There's more than one way of collecting a debt.
If you kill me, my men will shoot you before you can go a mile. Oh, what you gain, eh?
Yes, you're right. I hadn't thought about that. But what can you do about this?
Dominic Beauchard, you have been found guilty of the charge of cattle stealing. The sentence of this court is that you be confined for the term of from 2 to 5 years.
That's just a vacation.
Well, if I was skipping this here show, I'd stake him out on a yard arm.
Mr. Bryce, I understand you have filed suit in the Louisiana courts for the value of your stolen cattle. In view of this verdict, you should get your money quickly.
It's bad to lose the money, but it's better to save the neck. Yeah?
You're lucky they only tried you for stealing cattle.
You've no cause to grin. Stand up. Not through with you yet. There's another matter. Beauchard, you've been a thorn in the side of law and order in Texas for over 10 years. But the law always catches up with killers like you. For your raid on Clarksville, where you were responsible for the death of 4 persons, and on Melford, which you burned to the ground at the cost of more lives, for your attack on half a dozen ranches, the order of this court is that you be remanded to the custody of the sheriff to stand trial for murder. Court dismissed.
Thanks for everything, Beauchard.
It is too soon for thanks, monsieur. I promise you. Eh bien, huh?
You're very foxy.
Foxy, yeah, but look, I am in here.
That's a good one. That sure is a good one. What do you want?
I have fresh clothes for Monsieur Beauchard.
All right, come in. Let's have a look at them.
Oh, oui. Oh, they are just handkerchiefs, socks, and the robe. That will keep him warm. Oh, the cord. Oh, to tie around the middle to keep out the cold air, huh?
All right, let him have them.
Merci, monsieur. Eh. This time I am a fox, eh? Bonsoir, monsieur.
But why you are keeping me wait so many days?
The police come to the ranch. We have to hide in the hills.
And they have taken all the gold and put in the bank at the Riviera Ford.
Oh, that is most convenient. Please.
Well, we'll be rolling east about 10 minutes.
Suppose we'll ever get used to living there again after all this.
Oh, sure, we will. It'll be better. Barbed wire? Consigned to the Bryce Taylor Ranch. Confound Pax's hide. He's just begging for trouble.
Oh, Danny's so wrong. And the terrible part is he believes he's right.
Now, will you agree that we've got to clip Bryce's wings? That's the cruelest contraption ever invented. And he's using it to fence his whole range.
Started coming in last night, and they've carted most of it away. They called it barbed wire.
Look at them barbed wire. It'll tear the cattle to pieces.
We've got to drive him out of the country before he puts up a foot of it. Well, he's like Jimson Weed. He's choking us to death.
I'm for making a necktie social.
Now you talk. We'll all meet tonight at Mesquite Flats. Pass the word to the rest of the men. And get to every man in Riverfoot. Let's go. Let's get out of here. We've got to get a hold of it. All right.
Dan, we'll have to warn him. They'll kill him. I thought I'd stop loving him. But I haven't.
When it comes to Pax, changing our minds is a Taylor habit. I'll ride out. You and Ruddy stay here at the hotel while this thing blows over.
And they won't rest until you're swinging from a limb, Pax. Now, come on. Give up the idea of using barbed wire.
I'll run this ranch as I see fit. No mob is going to dictate to me when I'm in the right.
You're no more in the right than you were when you accused them of rustling. Now admit it and pull in your horns.
Dan, my son died keeping them off this place. And as long as I live, they're going to stay off. If I have to turn Texas upside down.
They'll pull this house apart brick by brick and...
What do you care? It's not your property. You got your check. Now go on before they show up.
All right. I'll go. For 15 years, I've been sticking my neck out beside yours. Now I'm through.
Ronnie, where have you been? Dan hasn't come back yet, and I'm worried. I'm going to the ranch.
Well, you can bet I'll get you out of here. Riverford ain't going to be healthy.
Why, what's happened?
Well, nothing yet. I was down by the river and heard two Frenchy boatmen yammering. Bouchard and his pack of scuttlers are coming in from La Cumbre, and they're going to sack the town.
There's nobody here to stop them. Crowder and his men.
I know all about it, Cal. Runty and I'll try to stop them at the flat. We'll get all the women and children together and put them in the schoolhouse.
Well, it looks like every man in town turned out. All right, men. Out the horses.
Get your rifles from Mr. Bryce on the porch. Your ammunition's there, too.
Got an extra 6-shooter for me?
I was hoping you'd come back. Fight wouldn't seem natural without the two of us in it.
Well, that's the way I figured.
They may have left the flats by now. You go on after them, and I'll shortcut to the ranch and get help.
Aye, aye, Skipper.
Every man in town is gone. Only the old ones stay there.
Oh, certainly. Those ranchers, they make Monsieur Bryce pay for his sins. And while they do, Dominic Bouchard will collect. Hello, Monte! We march! Remember, the ranches in the valley belong to you. And I give you the town also. But not the bank. That belongs to me.
Skipper, it's Miss Abby. Over the gate. Open them up.
I thought I told you to stay in town until this thing blows over.
Bullshit's at Las Cumbres. He's got hundreds of men. He's going to attack Riverford.
Well, let them attack.
But Pax will wipe out the entire valley. Those women and children...
Let their men take care of them instead of using their mob rule on me.
Ronnie's gone after them, but I'm afraid he won't reach them in time. You can't let those women and children suffer, Pax. Your fight's not with them.
She's right, Pax.
Why should I worry about their families? They didn't worry about mine.
Even so, we've got to help them.
And while we ride to the rescue, that pack of wolves tears my ranch apart.
Oh, no. Pax Jr. paid a big price for this place. And I'm not letting it go for a noble gesture.
It won't make it easier on you to bring agony on others. In spite of what those men have done, they love their families as much as we love Pax. Would you want them to go through what we have?
No, I wouldn't. Give it down to the old ranch house with Willie Mae. You'll be safer there. Well, Dan, I guess this is the end of our empire.
Sure. But I've got a notion you're starting to build something better.
Sail away. Boy! All you men, get your horses. Beauchart's got us outnumbered, but from where he is, we'll have to go through Bottleneck Pass. We're a lot closer to it than he is. I've got a hunch we can even up the odds. You all ready, men? Yeah! Come on, keep working.
Make those anchor posts good and solid, men. If that fire trap doesn't hold them, this barricade's got them.
Throw some brush over it.
Hey! Wait! You fellas better fan it back to town, because Bouchard's going to pounce on it.
Well, you hold your shirt tail. He's up in jail in Sabine. Taylor told me so himself. Well, this rabbit is just one of Bryce's men. It's a trick to stall us.
It is not a trick. I tell you, Bouchard is heading for
You go back and tell your boss we're not giving him time to get set for us.
Oh, listen, fellas! Hey, Crowder, wait! Hey!
Have the men lay low and wait for the signal. All right, men. Get down. Everything. Then they start coming back out. Come on, boy. Start plugging that gap. Light up, man.
What kind of trick is this?
Yeah, it's not good to play with fire. We go back. We take other way to town. Hurry up! Hold fast! All right, let him go. Up to it.
reckon? Sounds like it's coming from the bottleneck.
Well, maybe Bryce sent some of his men to draw us off. That firing's too heavy. Bryce hasn't got that many men. I'm taking a look.
Hey, we better all take a look, huh? Come on. Hey!
About that one, will you? Make it go for it!
Pax. Back of the rocks! Yeah, you supposed to go. Catch the fire, huh? Well,
Play our ace, Pax. Sure, Skipper. Let's give it to him. Go ahead. He ain't sunk, but he's sure due for dry dock.
Bryce, from now on, you can string as much of that barbed wire as you want, and I'm going to help you. You fellas saved our family, and we won't forget it.
I guess we both been wrong, Trotter. I can't stop the railroads any more than you can stop fenced-in ranges. They're both here to stay because they both mean progress. Texas is... Dan, you better finish.
Well, Pax means if we all pull together, we can make this the finest state in the Union, the cattle center of the country. So we're letting the railroad through. When we put up our fences, we're going to leave plenty of gates for our neighbors.
Give me them pills, you big bunch of barnacle.
You ain't giving these to the skipper, you little sand crab. Let go or I'll flatten you like a flounder.
But the catalog says they're good for man or beast.
Yeah, sure. I swallowed one this morning, my teeth's still rattling.
I don't care, give it to me.
No!
No, give me up. Here's the bottle. Eat one pill, it'll make you tie a knot in an octopus.
Eat them yourself. Here's all the medicine I'll ever need.